do I recommend eating a salad every day? Do you need to eat salad? Do you need to eat lettuce? Or is there, do you get to a point where your body's clean enough you can just eat fruit? And I believe, my experience is that most people do best eating lettuce on an ongoing basis, having some lettuce. Okay? I don't think many people are going to do as well eating just fruit, regardless of how clean the body is. And why that is, honestly, I can't say. Because there are experts who have suggested that we may have still only identified a relatively small percentage of the nutrients in our plant foods. So there may be things that we're getting from eating those leafy greens that we don't even know what they are yet. We don't even know of their existence. But my experience is very few people actually do well on a diet of just fruit. Most people don't do well. Most people seem to need something they're getting from the greens, and if they're not eating them, they don't seem to do as well. Now look at our closest primate relatives, okay? Where the bonobos and the chimpanzees live, they live across the river from each other. And they have about 75 different foods available to them over the course of the year, most of them fruit, but they eat leaves every day, pretty much every day. They've got enough fruit. Why do they eat leaves? There's something that they're getting, some benefit they're getting from eating leaves. So, I know a lot of people, most of the people I know of who have attempted to eat only fruit have done so not because they have some reason to believe they're better off doing that, like because that's been some experience they've had, but I think because they have some ego attachment to being, I'm so clean I only need fruit. It's like there's this, they think they're somehow better because they don't need to eat leaves anymore. I may be wrong, and I'm not saying everyone who eats this way has that going on, but I've seen this over and over again. There's this undercurrent of superiority. Yeah, well, I don't need to eat lettuce anymore because I'm so clean, okay? My body's pretty clean, and I still feel better when I eat lettuce at least a couple times a week. Sometimes every day, and sometimes it's only once or twice a week. But my body, if I go without it for a week, my body will usually tell me, have some leaves. Now, you never have to eat salad. I mean, salad's not really natural. I love it. It's good. It's one way to do it. But remember, you can eat, what the bonobos and chimps do is they eat soft leaves with fruit. One fruit at a time, sometimes with some leaves. So you can eat leaves with every fruit except melons, papaya, mangoes, bananas, guanabana, cherimoya, mesopote, whatever you want. Not melons. That doesn't work very well. It doesn't digest well. With virtually every other fruit, you can eat lettuce. So if you don't ever want to eat a salad or go to the trouble of making a salad, great. Pull off a few lettuce leaves, rinse them, grab some fruit. It's easy. It's quick. It takes no time. Okay? That's probably better than the salad and for your health.
You eat too much lettuce.
Can you eat too much lettuce? Absolutely. You can eat too much lettuce. Most people probably wouldn't eat too much lettuce because it wouldn't be that easy to do. But it's possible. Now, I said to somebody this morning, I think it was Heather, who was like really craving, it's like, yeah, you can have lettuce with every meal if you want to, but listen to your body. Don't make the mistake of eating lettuce with every meal because you think you should. Don't do that. Listen to your body, okay? Lettuce by calorie, lettuce contains few calories. A large head of romaine lettuce contains about the same number of calories as one large Cavendish banana, about 100 calories. That's it. So it's 50% protein by calorie, roughly, all right, depending on the variety. But it doesn't have a lot of calories. So if you eat enough lettuce, you'll have the same effect as eating animal protein. Okay, the damaging effect of protein consumption happens with all proteins. Our bodies need proteins, but tiny amounts. So eating 3 to 5, 6, maybe as much as 10% of your calories from protein, that's all you need. Most people are getting 20, 30, or 40% of the calories from protein, and some people much more than that. That's not a good idea, okay? If you increase your protein consumption, you're going to increase the rate at which you age and die. This has been proven in a 2013 study. Okay, there is one amino acid that's in every protein, and when you eat it, your telomeres become shorter. I don't think so, but I don't remember which one it is now. Okay, so, but again, I mean, most people I know, once their body's clean, and maybe if there's an imbalance, you're actually needing something specific from it, that's fine. Maybe while you're rebuilding, you're going to need a little bit more, that's fine. But not on an ongoing basis. I personally, I can't even imagine eating lettuce in the morning. Some of you do, but like for me, I don't eat anything in the morning. It's hard to imagine eating anything, but if I'm going to eat in the morning, lettuce wouldn't, like for me, it wouldn't do it. If you're eating lettuce, enough of it with every meal, you might get too much. Okay, you could get too much. Now, the easiest way to get too much, blend it or juice it. Green smoothies, green juices, you're consuming too much protein. I wouldn't do that. Okay.
When you talk about which lettuce, you always say lettuce.
Yeah.
You never say which lettuce. And how come you never talk about putting baby spinach in your salad?
Yeah, not baby spinach. I mean, baby spinach is okay, but not optimal because it still contains a fair amount of oxalic acid. And oxalic acid prevents the uptake of calcium. So, ironically, people eat spinach to get the calcium and aren't getting much calcium from it. There are probably 24, 25 varieties of lettuce that I'm aware of, and they're all fine. Lettuces. Okay, this doesn't include cruciferous vegetables, so not kale, not collard greens, not cabbage, not broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, cauliflower. Those are all cruciferous vegetables. None of those things. Romaine is fine. Iceberg is fine. Iceberg, people think it's throwaway because it doesn't have any nutrition. It does have nutrients. It has less. Maybe you wouldn't want to live exclusively on iceberg, but it's perfectly fine to include that in the mix, especially if you really like it. Okay, it's perfectly fine to eat. Romaine, red leaf, green leaf, butter lettuce. There are many different varieties. They're all fine.
What's the name of the one we get here?
What was the answer?
Fancy?
Probably
I've
leafy.
seen it in the supermarkets, it's fancy.
Fancy, yeah. I don't know. I think it's usually, but sometimes it varies. Yeah.
Green leaf.
Green leaf, yeah, green leaf, romaine. I mean, I think we're getting different varieties sometimes. Sometimes it's clearly romaine. Sometimes I think it's green leaf lettuce. And sometimes we might have some other variety. Yeah, we'll get whatever they can send us. He's asking, let me repeat his question. If we have a big salad at night with a head of lettuce, and we have another head of lettuce over the course of 2 or 3 other meals, is that more lettuce than we need? Is that how much we should eat? How does this? My guess is that most people don't need more than 1 head of lettuce per day. And again, you're eventually going to get to the point where you might not need more than 2 or 3 heads of lettuce per week. Okay, that's probably all I eat most of the time. Not lately. Lately it's been every night, but most of the time it's a couple times a week. And I'm perfectly fine doing that. Bringing in more than you need means you're increasing your protein consumption, which is harmful to you. And it's got high water content. Lettuce is around 96% water, close to that, 95, something like that. Cucumbers are about the same. But it has very few calories. And so if you're trying to lose weight, it might be a good way to fill up. If you're trying to gain weight, you probably don't want to overeat the lettuce. Eat what you need to, and then make sure you're getting the other things that you need that are going to provide some calories as well. I hope that answers your question.
So how often per week when I get back home should I be consuming lettuce?
Yeah, the question was about the consumption of greens once you're done here. I'll be encouraging each of you to eat at least, well, to eat a large salad every night for dinner for the foreseeable future. Certainly for the next weeks and maybe beyond that. But at least for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe for the entire 6 weeks. But certainly at least for the next few weeks. At some point, most of you are actually going to really want that. And at some point your body might say, yeah, I don't really need this anymore. Now it's going to want something else. That's fine. You can change.
What other greens would you recommend to eat other than salad?
You mean other than lettuce?
Yes.
I don't recommend any. I mean, you can eat other ones, but there's about 30 kinds of lettuce available. Lettuce is going to be the easiest thing for the body to digest. Okay, most lettuces have been bred to meet our needs, so they're non-toxic and they have lots of nutrients and they're easy to digest. Other greens tend to be harder to digest, have strong flavors which indicate that the plant is trying to warn you that they're toxic. Okay, and then what's the point? I mean, those things I'd recommend eating very infrequently, if at all.